talk about, there is a lot to reflect about together. Well, there are two major topics actually. I know this channel is on relationships, and relationships cover every phase of our life and being. We have family relationship, we have social relationship, we have community and social relationship, we have office relationship, we have business relationship, and so many other forms. But all of them relate together because they form the very essence of our being. Since you hear the statement, nobody is an island. You can't live this world, you must relate and interact with people. And what I do can affect your life to a great extent. What you do can affect my life also to a great extent. So you cannot say you are careless or carefree about whatever I do. I can do whatever I like. That would be a mistake. And I can't say I'm careless about whatever you do. That may be a mistake. Because whatever you do that can affect my life, if I can do something about it to prevent it, I should do it. But if I play the ostrich and bury my head in the desert sand, say I'm oblivious of what goes around me as long as I'm cool, we'll be making a mistake. So the first aspect is relationship between parents and their children, especially the ones in their early formative years between, let me say, 6 months and 7 years. We learn in developmental psychology, growth and development, that the formative years are very essential between 0 and 7. And whatever a child has learned or has been inculcated into the child's being by 7 years may be difficult to erase or correct. It's not that it's not correct, but it may take more effort and a longer period to undo whatever might have been sown into that child's life. I saw this video. It may be AI generated, it may be real, but to some people in the audience, it was funny. Let me share with you, then you can share your own comments in the comment section. Then, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, then give thumbs up to see what we can do to improve relationship in our society, in our homes. This little girl, about 2 or 3 years, between 2 and 3 years old, was crying on the stage. And the interviewer just went to her and said, "Hello, little girl, hello, little angel. Why are you crying? I observed that you're not happy. What's the problem?" He said, um, uh, "I want to get married." So you want to do what? Aren't you too young? Why do you want to get married? He said, "I want to get married because I want somebody to share my feelings with me." And it's funny. She said, "I want someone that can share my feelings with me, that can share my feelings with." To me, as a guidance counselor and as a professional educator and as a parent, it wasn't funny. It's salient message. A cry for help, a cry for attention, a cry for position of neglect and abandonment, a cry for suffering from lack of empathy and understanding. Because that child is saying, "I want someone to share," that means the child is left alone in her own world. We parents leave home very early in the morning because of the nature of our job, want to make money to get enough results to take care of these children. Yes, very right, very germane, very good. Please let me know where you are reflecting from in your comments. I'm reflecting from Nigeria, Ogun State, Ota to be precise, Southwest Nigeria. Here we believe that children are very important and you need to take care of the children. So when a child is left to himself or herself, okay, they don't have any care, they don't have any worry. Who said that? They go to school, Says, hey, somebody pinched me. He took my bread. He took my lunch. He ate my breakfast. He did this one to me. He took my storybook. He did this one. They have some things that challenge their feeling, their growing emotions. And they want somebody to share it with. And when they get back home, when the teacher is not, because he has to deal with many children, they will get home to the parents who have come back from work. What do? We are busy with our phone, with our handset, pressing, making calls, checking on with the police. And then the child goes to sleep. No bedtime stories, no how was school today, how's your homework, how was the teacher, whatever. They want to know, they want to share their day's experience. But they just observe that's how sometimes the children are asleep before we get back home. And in the morning, just pack it. Oh yeah, wake up, shower. The school bus is here. Put them in the school bus. They go to school. Your lunch pack is there. Okay, you rush there. So they come back on. That's it. So this child is feeling so man. The child is crying out for help, and the adults there were laughing. To them, it was funny. To me, it's not funny. And this is a clarion call to us parents. Please let us take note of those children. They have feelings, they have moods, they have emotions. They need understanding. More, yeah, you give them the food, you buy them the clothing, the toy, the bicycle. They want to hear your voice. They want to feel you. They want to share their pains with you. They don't. What are you thinking about? What's paining? What's pinching you? You ask them. Is that fair? Even if perchance you went through that same process when you are growing up, you don't need to pass it on. That's why it's very imperative for we parents, just like I said, before you get married, you go for, ideally, you should go for premarital counseling because you've not passed through that road before. So you prepare for it. You don't go into marriage without preparing for marriage, or else you may find yourself where you don't like, where you don't expect. So if you prepare for the married life, we need to prepare for children upbringing. So before you have that first child, please try to do some study on child psychology, try training, child nurturing, please. But if you already have the children, please take some pain, Google it. I just ask Google the question. You have so many apps there. And do deep research. Do children have feelings? Do children have emotions? Do children have bodies they need to share? I tell you they have. Google it and ask, what can I do? So whenever you ask your questions, I will be able to share the little knowledge I have with you. So this episode is majorly about the need to nurture and give time for our children, especially between babyhood and 7 years old. Very, very important. Another time we talk about the teenagers. They also need our care. They also need our attention. There are so many questions. So thank you for reflecting with me on this Inuga Reflections. Take care of those children. They need you more than you can ever imagine. Don't leave them to themselves. It's not fair. Thank you so much for reflecting with me. Once again, give thumbs up. If you have not subscribe to my channel, Sinuga, where we talk about stories that touch the heart. God bless you.